Harry was an old carpenter who had spent his entire life building houses for others. His hands were strong, but his back was tired, and his eyes carried the calm of someone who had seen too many sunsets. He had decided it was finally time to rest, to put down his tools and let the younger men take his place. Yet as he stood before the morning sun, he couldn't help but wonder what life would feel like without the rhythm of hammer and wood. One afternoon, Harry's employer, Mr. Rao, visited his workshop. The air was filled with sawdust and the scent of pine. "Before you retire," Mr. Rao said kindly, "will you build just one last house for me?" Harry hesitated. His heart wasn't in it anymore, but out of respect, he nodded. "One last house," he murmured, unaware of how meaningful those words would become. That night, under the warm glow of a lantern, Harry sat at his old workbench. Blueprints and wood shavings lay scattered before him. He stared at them in silence, his rough hands resting motionless. He sighed, thinking, "I'll build this house, but I won't put my heart into it. I've done enough." And with that weary thought, he began his final job. The next morning, Harry went to the site and started building. The sun was hot and his movements were slow. He hammered nails into wood, lifted planks and shaped beams, but his focus drifted. He worked out of habit, not passion. The sound of his hammer no longer sang with pride. It was just another day, another wall, another roof. Days turned into weeks. Harry began to take shortcuts. He used cheaper wood, skipped measurements, and ignored the crooked corners. "It doesn't matter," he muttered to himself. "It's my last house." Each careless stroke of his hand left behind traces of his fading dedication. The man who once built with love was now only working to finish. Finally, the house was complete. The sun dipped low behind the horizon, painting the uneven walls in a golden hue. Harry stood before the house with a blank expression. It looked sturdy from afar, but he knew every flaw hidden beneath the paint. He felt neither pride nor joy, only a strange emptiness. A few days later, Mr. Rao returned. He smiled warmly and looked at the house with satisfaction. "Thank you, my friend," he said. "You've built homes for others your whole life." Harry nodded, ready to hand over the keys and walk away for good. But then Mr. Rao held out a small decorated box and said, "Before you go, I have something for you." Inside the box lay a shiny new key. Harry looked up, confused. Mr. Rao smiled and said softly, "This house is my gift to you. You deserve to rest in something built by your own hands." The words struck Harry like a wave. His heart sank as he looked at the house again. The uneven walls, the cheap wood, the careless joints. It was all his work. And now, it belonged to him. He stood there for a long time, the key trembling in his fingers. The house that he had built without care was now the home he would have to live in. Tears filled his eyes as he whispered to himself, "If only I had known. I was building my own house." The wind carried his words away, but their truth stayed deep within him. That night, Harry sat on the front steps beneath the silver light of the moon. He looked down at his rough, scarred hands and thought about all the years he had given to his craft. Every nail, every beam, every detail he had ever built was part of his story. He realized that every effort we make, good or bad, comes back to us in one way or another. As dawn broke, Harry stood outside his home, bathed in soft golden light. The house was still imperfect, but it felt alive now, like a mirror of his own life, flawed yet full of meaning. He smiled quietly and whispered, "Always give your best. You're building your own house every day." And with that, the old carpenter finally found peace.